Washington Motorcycle Fines Limits Test.
Question 1. A Washington instruction permit is valid for
5 years, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months.
Answer:
1 year.
Question 2. The maximum fine for any parking infraction in the state of Washington is
$250, $400, $500, $100.
Answer:
$250.
Question 3. The following medical conditions can affect your ability to drive safely:
High blood pressure, diabetes, epilepsy. All of these are correct.
Answer:
All of these are correct.
Question 4. How long do alcohol-related offenses remain on a Washington driving record?
For life. For 10 years. For 1 year. For 5 years.
Answer:
For life.
Question 5. A second traffic conviction for a Washington driver who holds an intermediate driver's license will result in license suspension for or until the driver turns 18.
10 days. 1 year. 30 days. 6 months.
Answer:
6 months.
Question 6. A first court conviction of driving impaired will result in a fine of up to
$500, $5,000, $2,500, $1,000.
Answer:
$5,000.
Question 7. When a Washington driver is eligible to reinstate her driving privilege, she must take
Vision test. Written and drive tests. Written test only. Drug and alcohol test.
Answer:
Written and drive tests.
Question 8. A third or subsequent DUI arrest will result in license revocation for years.
2, 5, 4, 3.
Answer:
2.
Question 9. An adult Washington driver can be arrested if her blood alcohol content is or higher
0.02%, 0.07%, 0.06%, 0.08%.
Answer:
0.08%.
Question 10. Drivers who hold intermediate driver's licenses are not allowed to transport any unrelated passengers under the age of 20 for the first of licensure.
60 days. 1 year. 6 months. 30 days.
Answer:
6 months.
Question 11. Potential drivers who are under the age of must have a parent or guardian sign a parental authorization affidavit.
21, 25, 16, 18.
Answer:
18.
Question 12. A driver must not have any traffic convictions within of applying for a Washington intermediate driver's license.
30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months.
Answer:
6 months.
Question 13. Multiple alcohol-related convictions could result in up to 150 days of
imprisonment, license suspension, home detention. None of these answers are correct.
Answer:
Home detention.
Question 14. Open containers of alcohol are unlawful in which of the following locations within a vehicle?
Inside containers labeled as non-alcohol. In the console. Under the seat. All of these answers are correct.
Answer:
All of these answers are correct.
Question 15. A basic driver's license is valid for up to years.
4, 3, 10, 6.
Answer:
6.
Question 16. A Washington driver who holds an intermediate driver's license may not operate a vehicle unsupervised between the hours of and 5 a.m.
2 a.m. 11 p.m. 12 a.m. 1 a.m.
Answer:
1 a.m.
Question 17. If a Washington driver who is under the age of 21 is arrested for a third or subsequent DUI, his or her license will be revoked for
2 years, 6 months, 3 years, 1 year.
Answer:
1 year.
Question 18. After conviction of a DUI, a probationary license will be required for years.
15, 7, 10, 5.
Answer:
5.
Question 19. Who must wear seat belts in the state of Washington?
All motorists. Only back seat passengers. The driver only. The driver and front seat passenger only.
Answer:
All motorists.
Question 20. If a DUI occurs while a passenger who is under the age of 16 is in the vehicle, an ignition interlock device will be required for an additional months.
9, 36, 12, 6.
Answer:
6.
Question 21. An underage Washington driver can be arrested if his Their blood alcohol content, back, is, or higher.
0.01%, 0.008%, 0.00%, 0.02%.
Answer.
0.02%.
Question 22. Which of the following will help a person sober up before driving?
A cold shower, coffee, exercise. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
None of these answers are correct.
Question 23. Upon conviction of his or her first drug violation, a 19-year-old Washington driver's license will be revoked for
1 year, 90 days, 30 days, 2 years.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 24. The maximum license revocation period for multiple alcohol-related convictions is years.
2, 4, 8, 6.
Answer.
4.
Question 25. A first DUI conviction will result in a license suspension period of days.
60, 30, 120, 90.
Answer.
90.
Question 26. Which of the following is an alternative to drunk driving?
Public transportation. Using a designated driver system. Calling a taxi. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 27. When practical, passengers under the age of should be seated in the back seat of a vehicle.
13, 5, 8, 10.
Answer.
13.
Question 28. If a 16-year-old driver is convicted of his or her first alcohol violation, his or her license will be revoked for
60 days, 2 years, 1 year, 30 days.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 29. A passenger in a Washington vehicle who is over the age of will be responsible for his or her own fine for failing to wear a seat belt.
25, 21, 16, 18.
Answer.
16.
Question 30. If a Washington driver parks in a parking space reserved for handicap individuals without displaying the proper license plate or sign, he or she will be fined
$100, $200, $50, $250.
Answer.
$250.
Question 31. The body can process the amount of alcohol in drinks in an hour.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Answer.
1.
Question 32. Which of the following is included in the penalty for drunk driving in the state of Washington?
A fine. Jail sentences. Loss of driving privileges. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 33. Which of the following are requirements of the supervising passenger of a Washington driver who holds an instruction permit?
He or she must have 5 years of licensed driving experience. He or she must be seated next to the driver. He or she must have a valid license. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 34. What state traffic law requires children under the age of to be seated in a child safety system such as a car seat or booster seat?
8, 5, 3, 6.
Answer.
8.
Question 35. According to the Washington Driver Guide, alcohol is involved in about of all fatal accidents.
40%, 10%, 20%, 60%.
Answer.
40%.
Question 36. How many times is a Washington driver eligible for deferred prosecution of an alcohol-related conviction?
Once. Twice. Twice per decade. Once per decade.
Answer.
Once.
Question 37. A potential Washington driver must be at least years of age to obtain an instruction permit, if not enrolled in an approved driver training course.
15.5, 15, 17, 16.
Answer.
15.5.
Question 38. Consuming as little as drinks could lead to impairment and arrest in the state of Wa.
6, 4, 2, 8.
Answer.
2.
Question 39. Operating a vehicle in Washington demonstrates a driver's implied consent to
Release of his or her medical records. Chemical testing for alcohol or drugs. Search of his or her vehicle. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
Chemical testing for alcohol or drugs.
Question 40. Multiple DUI convictions must occur within years to be considered subsequent offenses.
3, 5, 9, 7.
Answer.
7.
Question 41. If a 14-year-old is convicted of an alcohol violation, his or her eligibility for a Washington driver's license will be revoked
until he or she turns 17. For 1 year. For 2 years. For 5 years.
Answer:
until he or she turns 17.
Question 42. Which of the following terms does the state of Washington use to denote violations resulting from drunk driving?
Driving while impaired, DWI. Driving under the influence, DUI. Drunk driving, DD. Driving while intoxicated, DWI.
Answer:
Driving under the influence, DUI.
Question 43. Which of the following could affect a driver's ability to operate a vehicle and result in traffic violations?
Over-the-counter medications. Inhalants. Marijuana. All of these answers are correct.
Answer:
All of these answers are correct.
Question 44. When a traction advisory sign is displayed, all vehicles must use tire chains. If they fail to do so, a fine of will be imposed.
$250. $2,000. $1,000. $500.
Answer:
$500.
Question 45. Which of the following situations would result in a letter being sent to the parents of a Washington driver who holds an intermediate driver's license?
The driver is involved in an accident. The driver violates a traffic law. The driver violates a license restriction. All of these answers are correct.
Answer:
All of these answers are correct.
Question 46. A Washington driver's first court conviction of impaired driving could result in up to in gaol
30 days. 1 year. 3 days. 90 days.
Answer:
1 year.
Question 47. If a Washington driver refuses to submit to chemical testing, his or her license will be suspended for
1 year. 10 days. 30 days. 60 days.
Answer:
1 year.
Question 48. If you are aged 13 through 17 and convicted of a second alcohol, drug, or firearm violation, your driving privilege will be revoked for
4 years, or until age 18, whichever is longer. 2 years, or until age 18, whichever is longer. 3 years, or until age 18, whichever is longer. 1 year, or until age 18, whichever is longer.
Answer:
2 years, or until age 18, whichever is longer.
Question 49. A Washington driver who holds an intermediate driver's license will have the passenger and nighttime restrictions continued until the age of upon his or her first traffic conviction.
18. 20. 17, 21,
Answer.
18.
Question 50. If a potential Washington driver is enrolled in an approved driver education course, he or she will be eligible for an instruction permit.
Upon his or her 15th birthday. Upon his or her 16th birthday. Upon his or her 14th birthday. 1 week after his or her 15th birthday.
Answer.
Upon his or her 15th birthday. Thank you for watching the video and wish you will get your driver license soon.